My next guest is playing Liza Minnelli in Theatrical's production of The Boy from Oz. Welcome to the small stage, Sarah Monteaux.
Thank you very much.
So you have studied at Showfit and you've studied at WAPA.
Yes, I have. Yes.
How's that prepared you for life in musical theatre?
It was great. I mean, I've studied 5 years of music theatre, surrounded by a bunch of other talented, beautiful people. And WAPA especially, in our final year, we churned through shows. So it was like this show, next show, next show. And so it's sort of like by the time you get out, you're like ready to like go and just like tackle the next project, which is great.
And you've been in a few projects. You've been in, well, the first play that I ever actually bought a ticket to was The Crucible. Oh. And you were Abigail Williams.
Yes.
You've also been Lady Macbeth in, funnily enough, Macbeth.
Yes.
And now Liza Minnelli, another iconic female stage performer in The Boy from Oz. How do you bring these different roles to life?
I don't know. I think it's such an honour to play such strong, powerful women. And regardless of if, even Abigail, like who's based on someone in real life, even though she's a bit crazy. But I don't know, I really enjoy like tackling big personalities and taking on roles that, I don't know, I guess are very well known and lots of people know. I find that really exciting because it's like, oh, what am I bringing to it this time? And I guess same with Liza Minnelli, who is a real living life person who everybody adores and loves in the theatre community. I think it's really exciting to like sort of explore playing her and what that means.
And what does that mean to you? I mean, she's such a big presence on stage. She's such a massive icon. She's been part of, you know, our lives for generations on screen and on stage. I mean, no pressure. How's that feel?
It feels fun. I don't know. I think she's such a fun, exciting person. And so I guess you treat it like any role where you're like, okay, what do I love about this person and how can I amplify that and bring that onto a stage?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's a pretty important part of Peter Allen's life and a pretty important part of The Boy from Oz. But for those that don't know the show, how is she involved in the show?
So she was his wife, his partner, which I guess not everyone, if you haven't seen the show or if you're not really familiar with Peter Allen in terms of his life, not necessarily his music, you wouldn't really realise. And so, she sort of like, he was like partnered with Judy Garland and then met Liza through that, and she, was his life partner for a while there, and then they still remained good friends afterwards, which I think is really beautiful.
And what is it that drew you to this role? Why do you want to be Liza Minnelli in The Boy from Oz?
I'm a theatre girl through and through, and Liza, she's my gal. She's one of the greats, and I think it's just so exciting to be able to portray her and add to that legacy.
Speaking of the greats, you are going to perform a couple of songs for us.
I sure am.
One from the show, Sure Thing Baby, which your character performs in the show, but a massive Liza Minnelli song as well. Yes,
I'll be singing New York, New York as well, which is, I mean, there's not a person in the world, I feel like, that doesn't know that song. And she does such an iconic version of it. So it's been a lot of fun, like, finding all the nuances that she sort of like adds into the song and bringing that to my performance.
Yeah, and bringing your own performance to it as well. Thank you so much for the chat.
No worries.
Sarah Monteaux playing Liza Minnelli in Theatrical's production of The Boy from Oz, opening on the 6th of July at the National Theatre.
Better than what you get when you're born. Everyone sings of some bright tomorrow, and that's okay. But what about today? Look around as the old stars make way for the dawn. Everyone says no time like the present, and if they're right, what about tonight? If you sing out brave and loud, pretty soon you draw a crowd. They'll hand you life on a platter, and when you're gone, what does it matter anyhow? 'Cause the only time we really have is now. You'll never curse the road not taken. don't fall asleep, just stay awake and see the sun. I may not know much, but I know my day has begun. Give me a chance to be somebody, 100 to 1 I can repair. What are the odds against tomorrow being my day? You'll never curse the road not taken. Don't fall asleep, just stay awake and see the sun. I may not know much, but I know my day has begun. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York.